By a show of hands, how many of you wish you lived with your best friend? Well, I can easily say that I live with my best friend, but that's because that's my little sister, Anna. Anna has made a huge impact on my life and has always been my go-to. The reason we've always been so close is because we're only a year apart, so we would do everything together, from crawling around on the ground as babies to homecoming dress shopping. This has made her my childhood partner in crime, someone that I trust, someone who knows me better than anyone else, and someone I look up to. Anna is not only my sister, but a lifelong best friend who has always been there for me and had my back. Growing up, my sister and I were partners in crime. No crime too serious, but fun or forbidden treats constituted most of our mischief. We did all sorts of sneaky little things, from climbing up on counters to reach the little cinnamon candies, to playing with the baby powder and creating a huge mess with ourselves and the room we were in. Being the oldest, you would think that I would be the leader of this, but actually, my sister was always the one in charge. She would create the plan, tell me what she was going to do, then tell me what she wanted me to do. My mother recalls one instance in particular when she was in the basement doing laundry, and when she was walking up the stairs, she could hear my sister saying, "She's coming, she's coming!" My mom could hear the little pitter-patter of 2-year-old feet rushing back to warn me to get off the counter. If we wanted to get something from the cupboards, my sister would have me climb up the counter to get it, and then she would be on the lookout for Mom to make sure she wouldn't catch us. We were fairly successful considering that my mom only has that one recollection of that. I appreciate that fun that we had, but I also appreciate Anna for her trustworthiness. Out of all the people in this world, my sister is the person that I trust the most. If I need someone to share my thoughts with, I can always count on her. I always go to her because she's the only person I feel comfortable enough with to vent to. I usually deal with a lot of my problems and emotions on my own, but if I do confide in someone, it's always her. She will share her. In addition, Anna is always honest with me and in the kindest way. She will share her opinion, but without passing judgment. If I need input, she's the first person I go to. Not only do I go to her for input, but I also go to her for good life advice. As much as I don't like to think it's true, she knows her way around the world and knows how to deal with people a lot better than I do. Since I trust her and talk to her so much, she understands me more than anyone else does. Having grown up together, Anna is someone who knows me better than anyone else. Some of my most cherished experiences have been shared with her, whether those were at home or on family trips. Due to our shared experiences, I'd say that she has a pretty good understanding of me. Many people like to think that they know you, but really no one truly knows you except your family and close friends. For me in particular, that's my sister. She knows who I am as a person and understands my personality. My personality tends to change depending on who I'm around. I am my true self around those I feel most comfortable with. So Anna is probably one of the only people that could tell you who I'm really like as a person. Being able to talk to her so much, she also knows what goes on in my life, from my struggles to my successes. Like every human on this earth, I have flaws and I make mistakes. When it comes to the mistakes that I made with people, she understands my true intentions with them. Being able to talk, I appreciate her for her understanding of me, but also for being someone that I admire and someone I aspire to be like. Even though Anna is younger than I am, she's someone I greatly look up to. She has these traits that I just slightly envy her for. She's basically a little ray of sunshine, and she's impressively optimistic. In whatever room she walks into, full of negativity, she's still her cheerful self. When she isn't happy, it's extremely difficult to tell because she's so good at hiding it. She doesn't care what people think of her, which I find is so important to do because there's always going to be people in your life who dislike you for the slightest things. She's independent and can think for herself. She doesn't need input or opinions because she simply doesn't care for it. Last of all, she knows and embraces who she is. I feel that being able to find yourself and love yourself is one of the most vital things you can do in your life. So I greatly look up to her for that. For those reasons, there's no one I respect more than my sister. Anna is a sister that I can count on who also doubles as a best friend. When we were younger, we were accomplices in mischief. She was the one person I trust the most and feel comfortable enough with to vent to. She's one of the few people who truly knows me. Finally, she's someone that I look up to. I'm extremely grateful to have such a good relationship with my sister because you can't always trust everyone, and in the end, your family is all you have.